get into my plants in my bedroom, I thought I would touch bases with what I have here in my living room, which this is all I have in my living room. I have these succulents and my Philodendron Brasil. He was my first official house plant purchase when all of this started. But these three in the front are mine. The one in the back is not mine, that's my mother's. That is her bear paw from the same store. I don't know what's going on. Like, this is mine. I've got new paws. Mine are not really falling off. Like, it's doing relatively well. Like, it's just doing really well. I had to move it out of the window. I think it was too cold. I know these guys are not really tolerant of the zone that I am currently in, which I think I'm in zone 7. And I'm gonna have to get, excuse me, a drink of water. All right. My goodness. All this talking. But anyway, this is her bear paw, and hers has got focus. It's not doing very well. He's got some new paws. I don't know what that is right there, but that's a new paw. Those right there were paws, and then they dried up since I brought it here. But I know that some of these succulents go dormant, so I'm hoping that with this one, this is kind of what happened, but I don't think that all of the paws fall off when they go dormant. I think you lose most of them, maybe, or they end up like that. I don't know. I've never owned succulents either until I've gotten into all this, but both of those were from Lowe's. Mom's is not doing well. Mine's doing pretty good. Like, I got new paws right there too. This guy, I cannot remember the name to save my life, so I will post it in the description, but I like him. He is just super sweet and cool. He's got new growth up top. I had to pull, he's leaning. When I watered him last, he just kind of fell over, and I let him, he's like completely dried out, almost. Like, he's kind of heavy though, but he's leaned over, so he needs to be fixed. But he is like really super fuzzy. Like, I'm obviously must have a texture thing too. Like, I like the plants that are fuzzy, but the way they look, like, I don't know if it'll focus on it, but the way they look, it almost looks like spider webbing, like spider sacks. Not trying to gross anybody out that's, like, you know, they're afraid of spiders, but that's kind of what it looks like. That's what it reminds me of anyway. It reminds me of like a sack that you see in a spider's web. But he's just super cool. He's one of my newest additions. He is also from the succulent subscription box, but I purchased him when I purchased my blue candle cactus, so he is not from the actual subscription. He was a separate plant purchased, and this leaning thing is actually kind of irritating me. I was worried about him. I'm not the type of person though to be the person like, oh, you sent me a dead plant. He was a subscription delivery, and he showed up very leggy, and he was really like open and bloom rosette type, and this is what's left over. Everything just fell off of him within, I don't know, a week. Part of me wonders though if it was because that he got shipped right when the temperatures were changing. I don't know if it was like a shock that he was in, but I took him out of the little pot that they had him in, and I put him in this, and I kind of just been leaving him alone, and we'll see what happens, I guess, in the springtime. But because he seemed to be having problems, I just kind of stuck him up here with the succulents I know that don't really like the cold drafts. So he's sitting up here, and I leave my lamp on all day while I'm at work so they get some kind of light, because I've got blackout curtains in my living room, and I don't live in a very awesome neighborhood, so I don't need people looking in my windows. And this is my Brazil. He actually has grown quite a bit since I brought him home. All this up here is new. And I guess the new leaves come out kind of brownish. He's got like a tinge of brown around him. So does the vine. I don't know if that means there's something wrong or if that's just the way the new growth looks on Philodendron Brasils. But either way, he is another one of my favorites. I like him. I'm definitely a foliage girl. I like the greens. But he's doing really good. He's got some air roots. I've been seeing some air roots in, down inside the plant. I'm gonna put him in something and have him grow up, I think, because that definitely seems to be what he wants to do. I recently saw something on a fellow Instagrammer, on a houseplant Instagrammer, that posted in her story. Actually, that might have been Plant Me Ashley too. I can't remember, but it said something like, if you plant your house plants the way that they want to grow, then they'll be much happier, and don't plant them the way you want them to grow. But he seems to want to be growing up, so I'll probably let him grow up instead of down. So we'll see. On to the bedroom we go. So before I go into my bedroom, I'm going to stop into my daughter's room. She has a north-facing window, and it's got these sheared curtains. Depending on the day, I'll open them. I should have technically opened them today because it's dreary out, and when it's dreary, I usually will open it so that the plants in here get some more sun, not just filtered sun. But this is my fiddle leaf fig. I've never owned one of these before. I hear they're pretty easy. I heard that, that they're pretty easy. So I got him also from the Ken Matthews Garden in Grafton. He has not grown a whole much. I don't really know what to look for with new leaf on this one until I guess it's obvious when he puts one out. But this was the newest leaf, and I can still tell by the touch of it, and you can tell by the way it sounds. So like this sounds hard, and this one, it's very bendable still, pliable, whatever you want to call it. This one, it's not. But someone, I think my mother asked me, no, it might have been a coworker, I don't remember, asked me if I was going to make it into like a tree and like cut all these off. I like them more bushy, more fuller, I should say, not bushy, so I'm probably not going to mess with it. This is another of my mother's. I would not buy a fern personally. She has a thing for ferns, and she loves ferns, but with where her apartment's at, she has very poor lighting, so it just wasn't happy, and she had it in another pot that didn't have any drainage. So I brought him home, and I put him in a growing pot from I don't know where. One of my other ones, I guess I've repotted over the years. But he's put him in a new pot with some new dirt, gave him some fertilizer. This side here has kind of perked up a bit. And I'm sure a lot of other people do this, but I don't give my plants showers. I've been seeing a lot of posts on Instagram lately of showers and putting their plants in the shower and like just turning the water on and letting it. So what I do is every morning when I'm showering for work, I just bring him and I put him on top of either on the back of my toilet, or I put him on the edge of the tub. And I put him on the other side of the shower curtain if I can, and I'll have him get some humidity while I'm in there showering. But he's very, very crumbly. And be honestly, I don't know what kind of fern that this is that she bought, but we'll see. I'm gonna attempt to save it. but so far, you know, he's doing pretty good. And then this is my, I believe you could say Sansevieria, mother's tongue or snake plant. This is another one that I got from the lady in Virginia Beach. This little guy has gotten bigger. He was about half of this when I brought him home. But they definitely, he's not growing very fast, and he's in the same kind of stuff that Chinese evergreen is in, which is like this, I don't know, I don't remember a lot of orchids in her house, but it looks like it's like orchid bark or mulch, but I don't really care for it. And I noticed everything that came in this stuff that was from her is making my drainage stuff like nasty. Like it's just gross. So I don't know what are in these pots, but I've been slowly changing them out. But as of right now, because it's wintertime and whatnot, I'm not trying to do a whole lot. So I've been doing kind of one plant at a time. Like if I can tell it really needs something, then that's what I'm doing. But he's doing fine just the way he is, so I'm just kind of leaving him the way he is. So he's probably gonna stay there, but I don't like that stuff. That stuff's just gross. All right, on to my room. All right, so it's kind of hard to hide this part, but I am a practicing. I don't really have a label to it. My husband tells everybody pagan, but this is my money altar, and it's on top of our safe, which I kind of feel is adds extra energy to put things into savings, so to speak. But you want to, I'll tell you what, I'm talking about my plants in this video, but if you would like to see some more of this type of stuff, I'm knowledgeable on this stuff too, then let me know in the comments and maybe I'll do a video of that. But anyway, just let me know. So this was a purchase also from Ken Matthews Garden Center. This is it just said assorted ivy, but I'm pretty sure that it's an English ivy. He's got some variegation here, and he's doing really well. He's grown quite a bit since I brought him home. You see him? He's still in his grow pot, and his roots are coming out the bottom, so I'm pretty sure that he's ready for a new home. I'll probably be repotting him soon too, but he is doing pretty good. But and then this is just cute. I have to share it. This is my see no evil, hear no evil, say no evil gargoyles. I just thought they were so cute. I found him at a Goodwill for $1. Isn't he cute? Look at the little chubby guy. Little chubby bellies. Anyway, so ivy is supposed to symbolize, you know, also with this stuff, it's supposed to be a good luck plant. And this is a combination of prosperity, good luck, and health. I have some stuff in here for health and wellness too, like symbolization and stuff like that. And wisdom, that's what the owl is for. But here, this is my Chinese money plant, or money tree technically, because the Chinese money plant are the little pilas, friendship plant is I guess the other term for it. But he was on my wish list, and grocery store food line had him for like, I don't know, $12.99. See, $12.99. And he's in like this moss stuff. He's doing pretty good. I probably won't repot him for a while unless he starts showing signs of wanting it, because I know they say your plants will tell you when they're not happy. But since he's been here, there's my son. He's not that little no more. He's just, you heard earlier, he's 7. But he's got some new growth. He's got some new baby leaves. So I'm super excited about that. And he is braided, which is the other thing that I think on why I really liked him, was because he's braided. But yeah. So, oh, and then I also, if you want to see some videos like this too, I kind of get into Pinterest really bad. This picture frame I got an idea from Pinterest. So I did a little shadow box for my son. Same thing with this one. I'll move this just so you can see. But I got that idea from Pinterest as well. I have one in my daughter's room. And then I did something like that too for Father's Day 2 years ago. So if you want to see stuff like that, like Pinterest, do it yourself kind of thing, then let me know and I'll do some of those as well. And then on to the rest of my plants. It's just crazy. This is my dresser and it functions as my spiritual place and my plant place, which is added to the spiritualness part of it, I suppose. But so we'll start over here. I've got, don't mind the dirty laundry, it's laundry day, just haven't started yet. This is my Rex Begonia, and I am thinking this is going to be added to the plant of things that I cannot have, because he was way bushier, and he was leggy like this when I got him, and he was the only one in the store. He was from Ken Matthews too, but like all the leaves are doing this. Like if you've got any information or some knowledge and can help me out with this one, because I really like him. He's super pretty, and I love the iridescent on the leaves. Like, see that? Like that's just so cool. And it's kind of breaking my heart that doesn't seem happy. So any information on that would be greatly appreciated. But so this same thing, just like before. That's my money space over there. This is my personal space for Yule, or at least the start of it. But bought myself a little cypress. They say you should only use live things on your altars. So I've got some live mistletoe, and then my cypress for Yule / Christmas. But I'm off, so done with that. My trash. I don't have a trash can in my bedroom, so what I do is, this is a candle holder, as you can tell. What I do is, if I'm getting ready for work and I kind of look over these babies, and I'll pinch them off and I'll just put them in here, and then I'll empty this out later. But see, this is just from today. These are all the begonia stems I've took off this afternoon. Like, it's just insane. I don't know what's wrong with it. This one was rescued from Food Lion. He is not grown at all, and I don't know if he will. I don't know what's going on with him. But he's not dying, so I'll just leave him alone. An aloe I got from work. He's a pup. For some reason, I don't know why. This is new here in the middle, so he's doing good. He's growing, I guess. But he's very leggy, like he's growing up straight. So he's just doing his own weird thing. This was my mom's too. For some reason, she put them in. They were a lot smaller though. They were like half this size when she brought them home, and they were almost like a blue. They're not really blue anymore. They're like a green. But she put them in the same pot, and I'm really thinking that they need to be separated, because this one looks like it's getting pushed out by that one. But this one's my mother's as well. This is hers too. She's recently had surgery, so she's asked me to bring these home because I get better light than her. So she's been wanting me to kind of plant sit, I guess. I'm thinking about asking for this pup as payment, and I'm sure she would oblige because she's my mommy. But he's just a super pretty zebra. Just look at that. Just so pretty. So pretty. But he's doing really well. He's actually grown quite a bit too since she bought him. He was like this, I think. Yeah, so like half an inch growth. And then the Fittonias. This back one's mine. I found the Fittonias first, and then we went out shopping another time, and then she ended up buying like one of each color. So, but this one's mine, and you saw that, just saw a leaf. He's probably due for water. I think I need to do, yep, that was a leaf. Mine doesn't lose them a whole lot, but that's definitely how I've been noticing that they're not happy. I came in here one day and they were all just sad, and I gave it water and they all perked back up. So I really feel like the nerve plants do talk to you, because that's kind of, I guess, the other name for them is nerve plant. This is hers. She's got it in something that does not have a bottom. I think it's like a candle from like the Dollar Tree. And currently it's got some water in the bottom of it, but he seems to be doing well in this thing. So I'll probably leave him in there for now. I did, however, take her pink one out of what it was in and put it in this thing, which I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get. I might be able to get it out, but it doesn't have a drainage hole in it either, but I just put the nursing pot inside of it. And then this is her favorite one. She likes the pink veined. I think they look more red, honestly, but they're kind of pink too, I suppose. But this is her favorite one. And he, okay, yeah. He's still in his growing pot as well. He's just sitting inside this thing. She had something else in this. I'm just temporarily using it as a catcher. But that's her favorite. So I'm hoping that these will all be good for when she's trying to buy a house in the summer, spring or summer. So I'm hoping that she can take her babies back, because she used to be really big into plants like I'm getting into. And then these two babies I got from Food Line around Halloween. They seem to have been doing really well in the windows, even when temperatures were dropping. So I've just recently took them out of the windows because this one started showing signs of, just showing signs of something's wrong. So I took them out of the window and I stuck them down here with the Fittonias, and they're doing pretty good. So he's my favorite. He's only lost a couple on this side, but he's such a pretty rosette. So my last ones, and then I'm done with my video, I think, for now. Buddha. It's not really a Buddha, I don't know what he is, but I just like him. But he's peaceful. So this is from my other video. I was trying to save my stringer raindrops. Lowe's had him in the discount section didn't have a tag on it, so I didn't know what it was, and the lady at the counter didn't know either. She was like, I'll just give it to you for $3. I was like, I'll take it. But he looked really, really sad, and since I've owned him, he's gotten even sadder. So I'm trying. I am really, really trying. It's my first string of anything. And I know they're in the succulent family, and like I said, I've never really had succulents either. Like when I move my nail in the dirt, like the dirt still feels kind of cold, like moist cold. But I don't know. There's still life. I could see it, so I'm not giving up until the plant does. And then this little guy over here, I know it starts with a T, but I do not know how to say it because I never hear anybody say it. But this is my Wandering Jew. He's still in his nursery pot, and he has like quadrupled in size. He was not this size when I brought him home. He's still a baby, but definitely was not this big. And he's showing all kinds of new life, showing all kinds of it, like just insane. It's just insane to me. Like, I love vining plants. Like, they're like one of my other favorites for sure. And I got him for $3.99. I love the 5 and under plants. And then this guy is, I believe, is a marble queen. That's what he was. Oh, I forgot to show my air plants. I do have air plants. There's one up there. Also from the succulent subscription box. I forgot what that one's called, but that's kind of where I stuck him because he was originally in the green thing my mom's Fittonia's in, and I kind of needed it. But anyway, back to this plant. So I bought this from Anderson's in Newport News, and they had it labeled as a marble queen. And when you look down here, it does look like a marble queen, right? Like, he's not golden, so it's not a golden, it's a marble queen. But when you look up here, it looks more like a snow queen. Like, it is very, very white. Like, in the sunlight, whatever little sunlight I have. You see how that's white? Like, I think it's an in-betweener. I really do. But he's doing good in here. So that's another one of my favorites. I apparently like white on leaves too, like Plant Me Ashley. So, like, this is probably my favorite leaf right here. I don't know if I can get this sun right to hit it just right. Move over, babies. Look at that white. Isn't that pretty? That's just so pretty. Oh my god, it's so pretty. So pretty. Alright, so anyway. So like I've stated before in another bio, I am so new to this, and I look forward to growing with everybody and just making new friendships, learning new things, sharing all that stuff. So yeah, if you have any comments or suggestions or questions, put them down the bottom. I look forward to seeing them, reading them, responding to you guys. And yeah, let's just do this. That's what we'll say. Let's just do this. All right, peace out.